Hi there VC, Steve Whitty here, time for another video. I hope everyone's well. This is Trooping the Blue. This is a response to a video my good friend James Griffiths put out last week. Got round to watching it and commented on it. I thought this would make a good thread and something good to respond to. I've seen Richard McCook and Rob Ison have done their versions. I haven't seen theirs, I've seen James's. So what I might show you, they might see. I've tried best not to duplicate, but you can see I'm dressed for the occasion. I've got a blue hat on, my blue shirt. I'm even drinking from a blue bottle, wearing my blue glasses. What more can you ask for a video? Drink is orange. So first up, I'll show a 7-inch, and it's The Who, and it's Won't Get Fooled Again. This is an original pressing, and one I found recently that you don't see many singles in the original sleeve from that period. So yeah, I was more than happy to find that. I don't buy many singles now, not as many as I used to. I mean, it's one of those things I am looking to call. I would probably want to keep my EPs and maybe bands that got picture discs or of a certain period or wherever. But yeah, that's that one. The rest now I'm going to show you is albums. Now, the first one I'm going to show you, it's the Rolling Stones, Get Your Ya Ya Out. You see predominantly sky blue. You got Charlie jumping around next to a donkey or ass. With a nice actually that's purple, but the my sleeves to sky blue. Live album, I think came out in 1970. Yeah, it's got opens with Jumping Jack Flash. It's a period of time. It was produced by the Stones and Glyn Johns, and it's got the immortal line with Mick goes, "Oh, Charlie's good tonight, innit?" And so, yeah, great. Next one, this is Steve Miller Band. Now, this is called The Beginning, A Journey from Eden, and this was released in 72. Was recorded. This says here that this recording is completed on the full eclipse of the moon, January 29th, 1972. And I'm trying to think much about the album. So actually, I like the Steve Miller Band, the early 70s. This is pushing towards when he's at his creative peak, things like Rocky Me and all that. On the album itself, as well as Steve Miller, got Jim Keltner's on drums, features on drums. Yeah, it's dedicated to Mahalia Jackson and Junior Parker. Yeah, I really, it's a really good album actually. Steve Miller's worth checking out. Album, I was surprised that James might not have shown Police, Regatta de Blanc. And this is more, I suppose, navy blue with a hint of grey in it, but you can tell on the faces there quite a lot of blue, maybe with that hint of grey. Second album, and it's at this time that the Police sort of broke big time. Opens with Message in a Bottle. It's Regatta de Blanc, It's All Right For You, Bring On The Night, which was a hit single. No, it wasn't. No, sorry. No, wrong. Death Wish, Walking on the Moon, which was another #1 single, along with Message in a Bottle. That's It, The Beg's Too Big Without You was a hit single. On Any Other Day was Stuart Copeland's song. Contact, Does Everybody Stare, No Time This Time. Into reggae, Regatta de Blanc, I think literally means white reggae. But yeah, it's a great album. And this copy was brought from me by my nan for Christmas 1979, so it's a rather precious copy. T-Rex Futuristic Dragon, again, probably more sky blue. Background more than anything, it's on the background on the side there. I'm trying to think when this came out, 76. And I think this is around the period where I think Mark Bolan started getting his act together again. the mid 70s weren't great. The quality of the music suffered because of the drugs, and there was no really anybody left in T-Rex at that time. Now I think Herbie Flowers might be on this. Let me just check. No, I've got any idea who else is on there. Oh, sorry, no, it does feature Steve Curry. It's the last album. Must be the last album that features Steve Curry then on bass. Gloria Jones has obviously moved in and features heavily on the album. Yeah, it starts a return to form gradually, which Bolan picked up on, seized upon. Next year, 77, which would be his last year on Earth, he picked it up and sort of ran with it, and you know how the story ends. Bit different. Simple Minds, and this is their album Sister Feeling Core. Came out 1981, so it's one of their early albums. So more edgy to them before sort of like the pop leanings came in. So you've got Theme for Great Cities, The American, 20th Century Promised Land, Wonderful in Young Life, League of Nations, Careful in Career, and Sound in 70 Cities, produced by Steve Hillage. Yeah, very good album, well worth seeking out. Cat Stevens, Mama Bone Jacon, and this sort of signifies a comeback for Stevens. He had his initial pop success, but he was struck down with tuberculosis, I believe. He was struck and hospitalised for a long period of time, and he got back to just writing with guitar during this period as he was recuperating. And this first album on Island, and the best known track is the opening track, Lady de Vanville, and it's really good. Also, on this album features Peter Gabriel on flute. He did a session for the on the album. Absolutely, it's wonderful stuff. It's wonderful, great introspective singer-songwriter material, which Stevens would become famous for, or Yusuf as he's known now. I'm going to show a comp in this, and this is the House Martins Nows. That's what I call quite good. Sort of play on now. That's what I call music. It's the best of, released in '88 as the band split. They broke through in '86 with Happy Hour. Think for a Minute. They had a #1 with Caravan of Love, the Jasper Isley song. And then there's also Something to Remind Me was the last single. Build's another single. Me and the Farmer. There's some great stuff. And I was fortunate to see Port Heaton at Bearded Theory Festival this year, and you don't realise how many great songs the guy's written with the House Martins, The Beautiful South, and his solo stuff. Really was good. And this is really good compilation. If you can't get hold of the two albums, then this is a good place to start. It's got all the hits there. Yes, Going for the One. Again, there's more. I think there's more blue than anything else on it. This is sort of like a comeback album. Rick Wakeman rejoined the band. Really is a really good album. Has Wondrous Stories on it, which was a hit single for him. Going for the One. It's absolutely. I think it was a real boost. Real boost to the band's fortunes, persuading Rick Wakeman to come back. I think financially he needed to come back as well. He'd suffered towards the later end of the 70s with his solo career with financial losses, and his health had suffered at that, so he needed some stable income. But inspired, this album I think is an inspired album, much better than Relayer. Let me have a quick swig of the orange water. My glasses keep sliding down. I hate this heat. Iron Maiden, Live After Death. You can see primarily blue with Eddie coming out of the grave. This was recorded on the Power Slave tour. mainly in Los Angeles. 3 sides of it is, and then the 4th side is recorded at the Hammersmith Odeon. So if you've got Aces High, 2 Minutes to Midnight, Trooper, Revelations, Flight of Icarus, Rhyme of the Ancient Mariner, Power Slave, Number of the Beast, Hallowed Be Thy Name, Iron Maiden, Run to the Hills, and Running Free from that LA concert. And then side 4, which is the Hammersmith Odeon gig, more stuff that you did that started to drop by there. So you got Rothschild, 22 Acacia Avenue, Children of the Damned, Die With Your Boots On, and Phantom of the Opera. Wonderful stuff. I have said that my main sort of dropped off my radar a little bit, and I think I'm going to give that a listen when I get my new stylus. I've not been listening to anything this week. And the final record I'm going to show you is Robin Trower, and this is, I have to read this, twice removed from yesterday. This is, I'm trying to think when this came out. I think this is after the initial phase of success. Oh no, it might even be actually be his debut, 73. This is what not preparing research does for you. Produced by Matthew Fisher, his former Procol Harum colleague. The band here has got James Stewart, bass and vocals, who did a lot of work with Robin Trower. This is good, like Hendrix inspired rock. Bridge of Sighs it was the record that made blew up big time. But this is a wonderful record. That early Robin Trower is worth seeking. So there you go. I hope that meets with everyone's approval. There's enough blue in there to keep everyone happy. As they say, blue is the colour, football is the game. I haven't got the Chelsea FC song. So there you go, VC. If you like what you see, thumbs up, thumbs down. Love the interaction. Feel free to comment. And if you want to subscribe, by all means, I'll be more than happy for you to do so. So have a good weekend, everyone. This is going to be another hot, warm one in the UK. We're just not used to it. So whatever you do, keep spinning. More importantly, keep on smiling.